Ah, bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Bienvenue sur notre performance. Nous espérons que vous allez et bien que vous profitez du spectacle. Many of you are now thinking, oh shit, this performance is in French. I don't speak any French. And others are thinking, ah, French. I was not expecting any culture. And the man in the green shirt in the front row is thinking about fornicating with everybody else in the room. Also, he has an erection. And he is not afraid to use it. But do not think of these things. Clear your minds and listen. I am a voice inside your heads, you crazy idiots. Now that we are friends, I invite you to close your eyes and open your minds. Do not do this literally. I am speaking in a metaphor. This will happen a lot. Now, cast your inner eye into the middle of the ocean. What do you see? The sea? Oui. Perhaps it looks beautiful, or dangerous, or blue, if you have no imagination. It is said that a spirit lives here, the spirit of the ocean. She claims the lives of any poor souls that are lost, but saves those who carry hope. Some believe that she is a monstrous creature, like a whale or something. Others say that she cannot be seen, only dreamed. I think it's all bullshit, but that is just my opinion. Soon we will join 3 such lost souls abandoned by their fellow man. Theirs is a tale of struggle and despair. So let us hope that the spirit is watching.
Day 4, stranded at sea. The relentless sun and undulating waters are starting to take their toll, twisting the fabric of my mind and lacerating deep rivets in my soul. The sea is a faceless fiend of blue glass to each horizon. It taunts us with its bounty, but delivers only the shadowy monsters from the deep. 4 days with little nourishment and no humane comforts. 4 days of sweltering, blistering heat. Heat that dries up every drop of fresh moisture, and bitter nights that cut to the bone with their chill. 4 days, and I have all but forgotten who I am.
Begging your pardon, Mr. Enley, sir, but I think it's day 3.
The rains have not been kind in quenching our thirst, and food is but a distant memory. I am frightened, truly frightened. How often my thoughts turn to cannibalism.
You do know that we can hear you, right?
I now sincerely regret my attempt at leading a mutiny. Not only has the captain banished me to die in the middle of the Atlantic, he has left me with nothing better for company than a fat Welshman and a certified idiot.
I'm not Welsh, I'm from Gloucester.
But I must not despair, for I know in my bones that my endeavours were righteous. Not only was our captain a brutish man, fond of the lash, he had also become delirious with power, babbling nonsense about a holy quest to find the spirit of the ocean. The madness was clear in his eyes. I knew it was mutiny, or death, or both.
And he got a lovely reading voice.
The shame of my failure still leaves a bitter taste in my mouth. Of a crew of 68, only 2 souls were brave enough to raise their hands in my support. Or more likely, stupid enough. For we shall certainly die. Slowly and painfully.
Look, will you give it a rest with that bloody book? Right? We need to talk about what we're going to do here. We haven't seen a single ship since we were thrown overboard.
No boats, neither.
I say, we choose a direction and we just paddle for our lives.
And as I've already explained, a direction is meaningless without a bearing. If we were to travel in any direction, it's just as likely we'd be drifting further and further away from land. Besides, we need to conserve our energy. If we exert ourselves physically, our bodies will simply shut down all the sooner. No. What we need to do is stay where we are.
And where exactly are we?
I've told you. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh.
The captain was very secretive with his maps. But at least here we know that ships pass through.
But how often? What, weekly, monthly? We could be dead by then, and you don't know that these are the shipping lanes because you haven't seen the map.
I saw a map.
What? When?
The other day aboard the ship.
What?
That's right. I got called into the captain's office, see, because I'd been stealing oranges from the storeholds. But I'd blamed it on that old touch-face Ruthers, you know, the blind fellow. Which I hadn't now. Captain cut off his hands. How he's going to recognise his mute daughter when he gets home is beyond me.
What about the map?
Sorry, yes, the map. Anyways, in the captain's cabin, there are all these old maps spread out on the table.
Did you get to look at them?
I did.
And? Can you remember what you saw? Think hard now. Keep calm and think. Anything? Was there a number written down? Perhaps a latitude or longitude? Clear your mind and concentrate. Try to picture what you saw. Is your mind clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. What can you remember?
Well, I remember seeing the map.
What was on it? Did you see a ship? Or?
I did.
Excellent, excellent. And can you remember where the ship was located?
I can.
Where was it?
On the blue bit. No? No good?
Brilliant. What are we going to do now?
Why are you asking me?
Because it's your fault we're stuck out here.
My fault? Nobody asked you to follow me.
Yes, they did. You did. You said, Mr. Roberts, will you follow me if I lead you on a mutiny?
Well, nobody told you to say yes.
And if you don't say yes, I will shoot you with my rifle.
Well, there you are. You had options.
Look, all I'm saying is, we need to talk about how we're going to survive out here with little water and no food.
And all I'm saying is that it's not your place to lead any discussions. You're not in charge. I led the mutiny, therefore I am the captain of this vessel.
Vessel! We're floating on two bits of tight together.
Wood.
And fuck off, are you the captain?
Of course I am. I was almost captain on the other vessel, and it was first mate on the ship, and so it follows that
I don't care what you were on the ship. That ship has literally sailed.
I do hate to complicate things, sirs, but why can't we all be captains?
Shut up.
You know, my granddad once said something to me that I'll never forget. He sat me down and looked me right in the eyes, and he said, "You kids, stop bickering." Wise man, my granddad.
Why don't we just vote on it? That's the only fair way to proceed.
You don't do that.
Fine. Even out here on this desolate ocean, can't escape our political heritage. You do realise, Mr. Roberts, that the vote is contract and such is irrevocable?
Yep.
Very well. Mr. Roberts, why don't you start us off?
Well, all right then. I vote for me.
Typical. Do you not see the problem here? When every man votes for himself, democracy fails and anarchy rules. Mr. John.
Yes, Mr. Ellis, sir?
If I were to vote for you to be captain, do you promise to do everything I tell you?
No, that's not fair. That's tyranny.
Blimey, sir, me, captain?
Yes, Mr. Roberts. Do you promise?
Oh, well, of course, sir, of course.
Splendid. Then I vote for Mr. John.
Well, imagine that! Do you hear that, Dad? Captain of my own vessel! You said I'd never amount to anything. Said I had too many brain problems. Oh, yes, you did. Oh, honestly, Mr. Hello, sir, you asked my word. And to prove my loyalty, I votes for you.
Idiot.
So, we have met our heroes. 3 livid men left to their fate, floating on liquid above a tectonic plate. It is poetic, no? Or perhaps a joke. You know, an Englishman, a Welshman, and, well, the third one, are stuck on a piece of wood. But the thing to look for is hope. Does it diminish, or does it grow?
Beautiful, isn't it? A tapestry of shining worlds. You know, for centuries man has gazed up at the stars in wonder, just as we do now. But one can't help but feel alone and completely insignificant.
Yeah. And it's really dark.
Do you see those 2 points over there that lead to the symmetrical line?
Like,
Those are the legs of the figure Orion, leading to his belt.
oh, blimey. I'd love to see all this through your eyes, sir.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know any consultations. When I looks up, all I see is a bunch of white dots. Hey, do you want to know what I can see if I looks really hard?
Go on.
A giant what spilled a bunch of salt all over a big black table.
Do you know what? In a very, very simple way, that's actually quite comforting. I just realised I don't know your first name, Mr. John.
Eh? Of course you do.
I'm afraid not.
It's John.
Your name is John John.
No, just John.
Forgive me. I thought that was your surname.
No, I don't have a surname. I've never been knighted. There's nothing for me to be called, sir.
Well, my name is William John.
If it's all the same to you, I think I'd rather call you Mr. Endo, sir.
All right.
I've always hated the name William. Sir, can I ask you something?
Why not?
Do you believe in spirit of the ocean?
No. No, I don't. Do you?
I don't believe I know, sir.
I don't believe you know either.
A few months ago, I had this dream, right? This voice, it spoke to me. It would. We were beautiful, beautiful, we're beautiful. It told me that we was headed for rough seas and storms. And sure enough, a few nights later, we was battered by heavy rain and wind.
Rain and wind. How prophetic. We're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. What use is that information? Tomorrow you will get wet.
Well, must mean something.
Oh, how did we end up out here, eh, John? I was so certain the others would follow, that they had become as disillusioned as I had with the captain. Oh, perhaps they were afraid. What made you raise your hand?
Scurvy.
Excuse me?
Well, I'm out here because of scurvy.
Scurvy? I don't understand.
Well, the other day aboard the ship, I got a terrible bout of it, you see. Scurvy. And when you called the men about, well, I was at the back. And when you said, "Who wants a mutiny?" Well, I heard you say, "Who wants fruit today?" So I bent my hand and now I'm here.
Oh dear. Well, I'm awfully sorry, John.
That's all right, sir. I don't blame you. I blame your accent.
Day 15. It has become difficult to function. Harder still to write or think. We've sighted not a single sail, and the water seems surreal to me as though it were mocking us. If it were not for our pain, I would swear that we had already passed into the next life. Our attempts at fishing have proven futile. we've taken to sucking the algae that grows between the rafts, or chewing on strips of our clothing. Neither is agreeable. Ours is a truly desperate situation.
Narrate every bloody thing that we do. Why you're still writing in that book, I have no idea. Cherished memories!
It is useful to keep a record of our struggles. It helps to keep me sane. Also, if we are destined to die, perhaps another may find it and read our story.
Why? So you can kill more people by boring them to death. The only way that book can help you now is if you shove it in your fat gob.
Oh God! I'm so hungry. We haven't had anything for days. Not even a morsel.
I think my body has started to eat itself.
Got a few months then.
Shut it. Even you're starting to get a bit tasty.
Gentlemen, I think it's about time we discuss the elephant in the room.
That's a bit harsh, Mr. Enzo. It's not that big.
I'm talking about one of us sacrificing himself for the greater good.
And why is it you looked at me when you said that?
Oh, come man. You knew very well why. You'll provide the greatest sustenance. You're the obvious choice.
The obvious choice? You're talking about eating me! And so I want nothing more than a potato! Do you not think I'd have anything to say about it? I wouldn't put up a fight? Anyway, what's to say me and Mr. John don't just eat you?
Me? Don't be ridiculous. There's less meat on me than on a chicken leg.
Oh, I could go for some chicken right now.
Oh yeah. And a bottle of chips. And a bottle of gravy.
Yes, yes, and a tureen of crunchy carrots. Fine, a barrel of crunchy carrots. I still think that if one of us dies before the others, we should consider using the body.
No. It's inhuman. If either of you go before me, I'll bury you at sea. Properly. And I expect the same.
You're right. You're right. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, this is all my fault. I've killed us all.
No, don't talk like that. We're not beaten yet.
He's right, Mr. Enlow, sir. You're looking about this all wrong.
How so?
Well, the way I see it is we've got everything a man needs to survive out here. Lots of sunshine, good sea views, plenty of food. What? Why don't we have another stab at fishing?
Good idea, Mr. John.
Good idea. Do you not recall the problems we encountered at our last stab at fishing? We have no bait. We have no hooks. And for 15 days we've not seen a single fish.
Well, it's a better idea than eating each other.
How about we play as a game? You know, take our minds off things.
What the fuck are we gonna play out here? Hide and seek!
Yes.
That's not a bad idea. Mr. John, you're it. Stick your head under the water and count to 1,000.
Come on!
Found you! I spot with my little eye something beginning with what?
Water!
No.
Wood.
No.
Waves! Welshman!
No.
Waste of time.
No, look, do you give up?
Yes, absolutely, I give up. Lord, do you hear me? I give up. End this game with playing. You're playing with us. Please, I give up.
It's William.
What?
Mr. Brendan's first name? What, William?
Well, that's not fair, is it? I didn't bloody know that. William, is it? I never liked that name.
I spy.
I read somewhere about shipwrecks and people stranded at sea. It was in this old book called, well, I forget now. Anyway, it said the most dangerous thing at sea, out here, not hunger, it's not even thirst. Do you want to know what they said the greatest danger was?
No, not really.
Sword. Fish.
No.
Wasps.
Wasps. Why the fuck would wasps be the most dangerous thing at sea?
Like a terrible allergy.
That's good to know.
Yep. One sting from a wasp and it's goodbye old John dead.
And may I ask how you discovered this allergy?
I got stung by a wasp.
I thought as much. Do you not see the floor there, John?
No, sir, I still can't see the floor. I think we're too far out.
Well, no, it wasn't wasps, alright? Any real guesses? Greatest danger at sea?
Stupidity.
No.
I can't think.
That's true.
The only book I ever read were about cats. Is it cats?
The greatest danger at sea, it said, was lust.
Lust.
Aye. That's incredible, I know. You can read.
What's lust?
Sexual attraction, desire.
What?
That's me. Lust.
You read a book that said the greatest peril at sea was lust.
That's right.
I think we were closer with wasps.
I'm telling you, in a few more days, malnutrition will rob us of our socially constructed ideals and we'll revert to our carnal impulses, the strongest of which, lust.
No offence, Mr. Roberts, but either that book was wrong or you've become fluent in effluent.
Fine, don't believe me. Ignore the dangers. But pretty soon, one of us will crack. And we'll be all over each other like spaghetti in a bowl.
I love spaghetti.
You know, between him believing in the spirit of the ocean and you believing that we're inexorably destined to form a three-way man sandwich, I strangely feel like the odd one out.
Oh, so you don't believe in the spirit, do you?
Nope. Load of old hokum. Don't tell me you do.
Of course I do. I can feel it watching over us right now.
Watching over us? Well, what the hell is it doing? Is it too busy to lend a hand? What kind of sick, unhinged pervert would want to watch over this? Excuse me, spirit, I don't know if you've noticed, but we seem to be in a spot of bother down here. Yep, bit of a jam, I'm afraid. So, if you wouldn't mind lending us a hand when you've got us a moment, quick as you like.
You shouldn't do that. It's bad luck to make fun of things you don't understand.
Excuse me, Mr. Roberts, I'm trying to have a private conversation with the spirit now, if you don't mind. Help us, please, you unseen fiend! Help!
Blimey, what's that?
What's what?
That weird thing just over there.
Where?
Over there, look!
Oh my god. There is something. And it's only bloody coming this way.
But what is it?
Oh, please, let it be a swarm of lusty wasps.
Stop moaning, will you? We could be bloody saved here, boys.
Let me see.
It looks like an island, but it's definitely moving.
It doesn't look like a ship. It's too dark and wrong shape.
You know, if you squint your eyes and tilt your head, looks like a sort of weird, dark shape.
Very helpful.
What is it?